Hello friends, Mihaela Telecan, healing with foods and beyond. And today we are going to talk about why, despite the fact that you are a fat burner, in other words, you're following a low-carb ketogenic diet, you continue to have food cravings. Not everyone, if this is you, if you've been doing the low carb, measure ketones, count your carbs, but you still have food cravings, you did not reach that place of food freedom where you make intuitive food choices based on your hunger and satiety, and foods that people eat around you that do not serve you, do not help you stay a fat burner, trigger you emotionally, and you actually feel deprived, and you end up going for cheat days and such things. And one other possibility is not only that you are continue to crave, but you probably stop losing weight. You lost for a little bit and then you stop losing weight. So here's the kicker. My question to you is, if that's your case, are you eating to hit your macros and to measure ketones in your blood, or you are eating to nourish and to have energy? Because if all you care is to count your macros, so you have the less than 20 grams of carbs a day or less than 50 grams net carbs a day, and you measure your ketones and you see that you are in so-called fat burning based on ketones, but you look for desserts that are made with artificial sweeteners, so the carbs are low but they still fit in the yummy, so-called yummy foods, cakes and donuts and all the low-carb keto crap that is out there, that means you are not in for success, because you did not change your relationship with food, how you relate to food. You continue to see food as your source of pleasure in your life. Therefore, if you don't eat that food that you consider to be pleasureful, you are going to feel deprived. You've got to redefine food. It's not about hitting the macros. It's not about measuring the ketones in your blood. It's about eating food that nourishes. And if that means eliminating cakes from your life forever, that means eliminating cakes life forever and being in peace with that. And here's the thing, the more you continue, not the more, I should say like this, as long as you continue to stimulate your taste buds with sweet flavors, very intense sweet flavors, such as those coming from artificial sweeteners. Again, there may be keto-friendly foods that have good carb net, but they are made with artificial sweeteners, with zero carb sweeteners, and they taste extremely sweet. You are stimulating your taste buds for sweets, and you are going to continue to crave sweets as one thing, like physically your taste buds will want that. You will emotionally, you are not on board to why you are making these food changes. So you will as long as you see those foods as desirable, they fit in your food category, you are going to feel like you are missing out if you don't eat those foods. So number one, to resolve food cravings, you want to clean out your taste buds. You want to stimulate your taste buds with the natural sweetness that comes, for example, from nuts. If you eat nuts, nuts have carbs in them. Or the one that comes from Brussels sprouts or cooked onion, that's already sweet enough. Again, you do not need to consume glucose to have energy, to be a fat burner. Your body produces as much as it needs. Your job is to take care of your taste buds, because they dictate your food preferences, but they are flexible. Whatever you expose your taste buds to on a regular basis. That's what you become familiarized with. That's what you desire. That's what you find pleasurable. For example, a child that eats spicy foods from the get-go is going to consider spicy as natural and desirable, and that's pleasurable to them, like a Mexican child, for example. Is no different for bitter taste, for sour or tangy, or for salt, or for sweets. So, number one, if you want to get rid of sweets, you don't want to stimulate the taste buds with sweet, especially the one coming from artificial sweeteners. Not to say that they are not whole foods, they're not good for you. So again, you reframe food. Do you eat to fuel? Do you eat to nourish? Or you eat to, I don't know, just to have comfort, to have pleasure, to feel emotional gaps and things like that. So secondly is redefine your relationship with food and redefine what you consider food. So your brain does not compute desserts as food anymore. That is, if you want to become a fat burner, if you want to have energy, if you want to lose weight, if you want to maintain healthy weight, if you want to have good moods, be focused, sharp thinking, have endless physical energy, so on and so forth. That is the case when you no longer consider desserts or breads or pastas as your food. They no longer fit in the category of food. And then the reason you may be not losing weight despite the fact that you measure ketones in your blood and you hit your macros and all that is because most likely you're taking in more energy overall than what your body needs. So if you keep low carb and high fat, but overall you take in more energy than you need, you will be burning fat as fuel nevertheless, but that doesn't mean you are burning the fat that you've stored on your body. You are burning the fat that you're eating. And if your goal is to burn the fat that's on your body, then you have to reevaluate the amounts, how much you eat. And again, it goes back to eat less, mostly fat and meat. And that's your secret to longevity, energy, beauty, performance, and health. In my humble opinion, at least that's what's been working for me and many of my clients. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. All you need to do is to have enough curiosity and desire to do something different to see if you get different results. Because if you do the same thing over and over again and you expect different results, it kind of doesn't work. You probably know that already. Anyway, that was my 2 cents on cravings when you are already a fat burner and why you may continue to have them. And I say especially sweet cravings because these are the ones that most people struggle with. If you like to get personalized support, attention, external accountability, guidance, and a strategy so you can find your cure, so you make food your nourishment and fuel, and you find what works for you, then I'll be happy to talk with you about my private coaching. Message me and I'll send you an application form. We can sit down for half an hour,